On the 18th of November 2019, there was a public meeting on whether in the state of Victoria children should be born via IVF with 3 parents. The egg from one woman transplanted into a second woman's womb after being fertilised by a man's sperm. Biologically, a child from such a procedure would have 2 mothers and 1 father, 3 parents. In vitro fertilisation, IVF, is where fertilisation of the egg is done outside of the body, instead of being fertilised inside of the body during sex, as is the normal practice. This has been possible since 1977. I have always heard nothing but praise for IVF. Ironically, I have heard more criticism from the media than in real life. However, I have always found it disquieting, although, to be honest, I haven't thought much about it. I didn't want to. Artificially creating life just doesn't seem right. When it first came into being, it was portrayed as something that allowed infertile couples to have children, since it has allowed all kinds of people to have children, including single women and homosexuals, which are always put forward as a great advance. However, in my eyes, this continuing pushing of boundaries is starting to turn my disquiet into opposition. This is how the enemy operate, by continually pushing things further and further. Now, the argument is being put forward to create a child with 3 parents. I say no to Frankenstein babies. I further think that IVF has decreased the number of babies in our society instead of increasing that number. The best thing for individuals and society is for people to have babies, and the best time to do that is when individuals are at their most fertile, which is when they are in their early 20s. Instead of encouraging people to have children as late in their fertile life as possible. The idea that IVF is available has resulted in people putting off having children, as there's always a medical procedure to fall back on. How many women waited until it was too late? I've heard many women over the years talk about their life schedule, everything timed and in its place, career, marriage and children, each to take place at a certain time and in a certain order. Life, however, rarely, if ever, works like that. Events, great and small, occur. We change as individuals in both mind and body. Life is unpredictable. Children are one of those unpredictable things. I always thought that I would have children, but I do not. So when the argument is made that being childless is a hardship, I agree. It leaves a hole in your life, in your heart, and in your soul. Sadly, being childless is not unheard of, either now or in the past. There are many reasons why people do not have children, even though it is better to have them. Some of those reasons are biological, some are circumstantial. For those who have not had children or cannot have children, we need to be supportive of those who can, of those who have had children. Science, like the economy, exists to serve our needs, not its own needs, and sometimes just because something can be done does not mean it should be done. If IVF is to continue to exist, it must be more than simply good science. It must be good, and good means that it makes our lives better and not worse.